I'll be doing this thing, this gig. And the funny thing was, I was actually talking to a girl. There actually a couple hours ago. I've been talking to her for a couple of days, and for some reason, she believes that I'm an actual wrestler. And she's asking me if I'm appearing on independent shows. And unfortunately, no, I'm not appearing on any independent shows at all, and I don't plan on doing it. But if she wants to listen to the radio show tomorrow, she can, I suppose. Maybe she'll find out some stuff that she's wondering about. I don't know. But it's kind of unique how, you have so many different people that expect so much out of you, and you can only give so much. So hopefully tomorrow I'll give everybody what they're expecting. That's kind of cool. And I actually said happy birthday to her, too, today. And she said, it's not my birthday, it's yours. I said, well, I want to just share it with you, and I want to share it with everybody. That's what I do. Tomorrow it's not my birthday. Tomorrow it's a second Valentine's Day. I look at it as a second Valentine's Day, and it's a day where you take your girlfriend and you absolutely ramshack her. So that's what I'm expecting tomorrow. You got to do what you got to do for your woman. And if she looks at you and says, "Let's do it again," bang her a second time and bang her good and goddamn hard for me too tomorrow. Because I'll be thinking about you. That's for sure.
Oh, man. So,
I have to follow tomorrow, too, mind you.
Oh, you have to follow this. This is going to be something. And, of course, Bob, you posted the number out and things, so, and I'm sure a lot of people have been talking to you about it because I saw that little write-up, as I just mentioned, and it's pretty cool how you actually did the video thing. And I sent you I assume you got the intros and the graphics and everything that I sent into you, too, to promote it.
Yeah, I do have to put the graphics up. That's one thing I forgot to do because I was getting so puzzled that I wasn't able to get the intro up, and I'm actually uploaded both of them just now, and oh man, we lost Kat again. But yeah, that's the type of trouble we're having there with the computer too. See, this could lead to your comeback right here on the Wacko Radio Network, where you'll be working alongside people like Sonny Cruz, Raven the Devil, who's in the chat room, and he's my program director, and of course Kat Vecchione, who's here, along with roller derby legend, who most people remember, Chuck Skull. And
I know, you know what? I could never imagine the most attractive man trying roller derby. I could never imagine that. There's certain things that I can think about myself doing, but not really. And I don't think roller derby is one of them. I think everybody has a certain calling in life, and I just don't think that roller derby is one of mine.
You'd be surprised.
Those of you wondering out there, I'm looking at a giant stuffed Elmo here in this room. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe Elmo will join. Maybe Elmo will call in tomorrow. I don't know. I guess this belongs to my nephew or somebody of relation to me. One of these Tickle Me Elmo prototypes. I don't know if I can get him to actually say something here. While we're waiting for Kat.
Let's see. Yeah, Kat's back up here.
Let's get her on.
Kat is back up here too. She is back, and now the Kat may have lost the signal because she may have accidentally hit something, because now she knows who you are. And the question is, are you going to be dressed in the traditional Jonathan Clarke way for this bash? Are you going to be wearing your tuxedo?
The tuxedo.
No. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I said, I missed that part of the conversation. I was like, no, you know me. I wear my boxer shorts and a bra, and that's it for my show.
The tuxedo, where the tuxedo came from, it wasn't originally supposed to be part of the character. I was right in 2001, 2002. I never did go by that name. I'd say that character debuted, I think it was in 2004. And basically where the tuxedo idea came from was actually for my grade 9 graduation. And I picked out this tuxedo, and I said to the tailor, I said, there's no way. I said, this tuxedo is going to fucking work. And she said, trust me, when I get this tuxedo finished, you'll look like $1 million. And I put that tuxedo on, and I looked at myself in the mirror, and I said, man, if anyone was ever politically correct on what they said to me prior to doing this, that girl was. And I thank that girl so much, because that tuxedo really fit in so appropriately to that gimmick. And the thing is, I think that a lot of people, the thing that makes the most attractive man so different is the fact that everybody believes that that character actually exists. I think that's the problem. But it's not exactly who I am as a person. Like I don't go out and hit on every single woman that I see, even though I might want to. I don't. It's just a character that I've enjoyed playing for years, and we'll see that tomorrow. I'll try my best. I can't say that I'll be as good as what I was 10 years ago, but I'll definitely try, and hopefully it'll be something that everybody remembers.
I think some people will remember it. I have an old friend that we remember and everything, and she now today likes to try to call me a stalker, even though I haven't dealt with her in a while. You remember her, Deborah J.M. Smith?
I remember him. I remember her. I remember James Young. I remember Fast Eddie, Phil Jones, all those guys. And the thing is, a lot of these people just disappeared, and we've only got a couple of original people left. I'm one of them. You're one of them. We've got, I think, Ian Boothie. Of course, James Falcon's still around. It seems like everybody's just kind of disappearing, and it's nice to know that we still have some familiar voices out there. And I think that really, me and you, Bob, are really the only ones left from like the 2007 era.
Really, I mean, you really look at it, that is about it. A lot of people from even the wrestling radio networks that we were a part of are pretty much gone. I don't hear too much from them. I do hear Bizzle's voice from time to time because he interviewed you on Weekly Top 40.
Yeah, my personal opinion of Rick Bizzle, especially more so Casey Carnage. Casey Carnage, in my opinion, he criticizes radio a little bit too much, and I think that really he's just a mutated piece. I think Bizzle took a shit one day, and he just came out and it was a piece of shit that basically mutated. And that's why he's so critical of everything. Okay, I don't know why everybody's so critical over shows like Bob's and mine. I thought Bob had one of the most creative characters going on the radio at the time. Wacko Bob, and I remember asking Bob the question of, how did you come up with that? And then I started learning different traits about Bob, like how he lived with his mom and how he lived in a place called Coconut Creek, and I realized, there was just so much about this man that's just so fitting to that character that he can make it work. But there's just people like Casey and Bizzle that are just so annoying. I don't know why.
Yeah, and you came around at a time when I was when I had a girlfriend named Stacy Britt, and of course everyone knows the story behind her.
Oh man, she's terrible. Yeah. She was terrible. I remember all those stories Bob used to tell me. I remember one particular time Bob called me, and he started talking. He was outside his house having a smoke, and then his mom was complaining about stuff. So, we had a long conversation. We got lost talking about the wrestling radio network at the time, Chris and Nick, and now Chris and Nick were overcharging for shows. Of course, everybody remembers Bob from the WrestlingRadioNetwork.com and Wrestling-Radio.com, who I was one of the developers for. And about 6 weeks after we had this huge conversation about Nick and Three Kings Radio, Bob gets this massive $700 phone bill. And I don't know, did you ever get over that nervous breakdown of having that massive $700 phone bill, or?
Yeah, well, no, we definitely got over it. We were able to get it paid and get that one taken care of. The big thing that there was the big thing that there was I got a kid who I got a kid that's living here that basically gave me a $700 cable bill.
What did you do? Order all these kids' movies, or?
No, the kid actually decided he was going to order all these adult movies.
Oh, I don't think any of those started the most attractive man, and you would think back in the day they would have started the most attractive man. He was big on porn back in the day, but not so much now. He's more into the G stuff, as you can tell. I've really taken a liking to my Babysitters of Empire show here lately, and I just recently posted a video blog on that. I thought that was probably one of the most creative children's shows they've done recently, and there's another one, The Haunting Hour, from R.L. Stine, which is pretty good too. And by the way, if you guys want to call in and talk about anything like that tomorrow, you can too. It's open for conversation. I want to know what your opinion is on things like The Haunting Hour and things going on with like Ariana Grande and things like that. I want to make it feel like probably 10 years ago and talk about some of the stuff that I used to really talk about on the radio. I used to talk about everything on the radio, video games and all kinds of stuff.
See, Chuck Skull will like you because he's like us. He's on Nick. He's on more so Nick and Cartoon Network than Disney, but he is.
I think he's really getting creative. The thing about Nickelodeon is Nickelodeon has really taken off. They have blown up so much it's not even funny, and I think that's great. I really do.
Yeah.
Well, since really they really were almost in desperation, when Drake and Josh ended, to come out with something that was going to be very, very equal to the shows Disney was doing at the time with